Is it possible to make a beat in FL Studio without using one single MIDI function? I decided to take on this challenge, and it pushed me and my producer skills to the max, uncovering some less thought of production workflow differences. Oh, I almost touched my MIDI keyboard. We can't do that. Let me turn it off. That's crazy. Now, in case you didn't know, MIDI, which stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface, has been the backbone for everything in electronic music since 1983. In FL Studio, MIDI functions are primarily used within the piano roll, whether it be from clicking in notes or playing notes on a controller, and other parameters such as pitch bend automation and modulation wheel control. But what happens if you take away MIDI functionality completely? This is exactly what I challenged myself to find out. Really quickly before the video starts, I did have in mind to do two different beats, do one with like some sort of loop that I've chopped up and sampled, and then another beat where I assemble a melody with one shots or something like that. But this first one with a melody sample ended up going in a completely different direction than I expected, but it turned into a really cool process with an amazing beat at the end. If this video does well, I might do another one where I don't use MIDI and try to make a melody out of clips and stuff like that. So if you enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. That's hard. That's some like Drake stuff right there. So this is 132. We'll lock it down in time here. Right click on project tempo. All right. We're gonna turn it down. Gotta throw some EQ on here just so we can get us a preset EQ for when, you know, we want to cut the bass out of it for an 808. It's gonna be something else too, trying to program 808s without MIDI in the sampler. We'll make it work. This is gonna be a good beat. And it's gonna be even crazier when we look back at it and see that I did it without MIDI. Let me reverse just this one singular clip. I kind of like it better reversed. But we're going to have to do something about the silence here at the end. All right, let's see how that sounds. Do we chop it up? Question mark. Do. And maybe we just do this just for another section in the beat or something. The only thing I miss if I do that is I do miss not getting that rim in there. I don't know, we'll leave it here and we might come back to it. Let's go ahead and start getting some drums laid down, however. I definitely want to use a snare, maybe like a Drake sounding snare. Or do I want to go snap? Wait, or do I want to go half time, double time with it? Yeah, you can hear that it's off time now, but I don't know, that's kind of hard. Maybe we do an A section with the snaps and then a B section where it's half timed. It's kind of feeling almost UK future garagey, maybe. I like how this has just completely changed what I had in mind. All right, so this hi-hat is intentionally off. I could correct it here and, you know, everything. But I kind of like it being off, I think. I was not anticipating this style at all. Alright, we gotta have this crash in here. Alright, I just clicked on a random Cymatics 808 in my favorites, and I kind of rock with it. I'm gonna do some sound design to get it a little louder though. There is a large difference between that transient and the body material. I'm fine with that. I think we need to have this in what, F? I mean, it's playing a C, but I think it needs to be, oh, I almost touched my MIDI keyboard. We can't do that. Let me turn it off. Yeah, no MIDI. Yeah, this needs to be here. So I know that the bass is changing every bar, but I kind of want to like play a different pattern with the 808 of yeah, I think we're going to have to make a lot of stuff unique so I can change the playback note. We're going to go boo, boo. Really quickly, let me interrupt this video and tell you all, be sure to go check out all of my links in the description. Go follow me on TikTok and Instagram, as well as check out the Seige stands. It's my exclusive grouped community. Drop free beats on there for artists and free melodies and kits over there for producers. So definitely go check that out if you haven't already. Let's get back to the video. I think that's the right note. That's the one thing about FL is they pad the sampler, so that's why you're always having to turn stuff up. But when you throw it into the playlist here, you're having to turn everything down. What if I pull this off grid just a tiny bit since our hi-hats are off? That is one cool thing, I guess, about audio instead of MIDI is you can see exactly where your waveforms are going to be lining up. And I know you can move MIDI notes off grid and all that stuff, but I think it might hit just a little bit differently if you can visually see, you know, hey, this is landing here, this is landing there, you know. For this snare, I want to try something cool and actually automate the pitch bend on it. Now, I do like this pitched up, I'm not going to lie. Wait, that's kind of hard now. Whoa, that's crazy. I've like turned this snare into a melodic instrument. I need this in the middle, don't I? Now I need it to go down. That's so funny that that actually works out that well. I could go ahead and consolidate that out, but I think I'm just going to leave it together. So we are off by one. There we go. Yeah, I'm thinking of this. All right, let's turn this into the chopped up section after it and see if we can make a cool transition between the two. I feel like the whole 808 pattern is going to have to change. I think I am going to keep stuff on the same tracks, but have them go to different mixer tracks, just so I can, you know, keep my hi-hats with my hi-hats, and like my main snare is going to be here where the clap is. I was thinking a snare, but I kind of like a clap. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this hi-hat. All right, this is going to be a hard one because I want to go like, but I'm going to have to automate the volume here for each of the, oh no, I've got clip gain. Don't worry about that. I don't know. I kind of like the thought of an automation curve better though, because I don't know like the values to do this. You know what I mean? Like, do I just kind of go exponential with it or just keep going down 2 decibels? That's hard. I really don't know how I feel about this hi-hat, to be honest with you. Might go ahead and switch it out to one of my personal hi-hats from my kit. Shout out the Seige Essentials drum kit. You can go grab that on my website for free. I'll throw a link in the description. I put together this kit a while back and have just used like the same main sounds out of it ever since. I guess that's why it's called the Seige Essentials. And like this hi-hat, it's kind of like a mix between 2 different hi-hats, and I've just used it ever since, I guess. That sounded funny. This is when it comes in handy for grouping your stuff. You hit Shift G for that. That way I can just touch one of these and grab them all at the same time. God, dude, that's so hard. We've been going for an hour, and I don't think I'm going to make a second beat because I think this is pretty hard. I want to use the sample chops somewhere, but I still don't think they're working exactly the best. I don't think I've made a beat this hard in a minute, honestly. Okay, the one cool thing about audio is that you can see it exactly on the grid, and I always like for my open hi-hats to go right before the clap hits, if it's landing before a clap, like in this example. If and when I do this in the piano roll, I'm having it cut the hi-hat off so it doesn't overlap on the clap, but sometimes at a slower tempo like this, you know, it's not going to even reach the that bar, you know, where the clap's going to hit. I do want to add one more percussive element that's just kind of going. To use my live hi-hat loop here, I can try it. All right, let's get this sidechain going, and then we might just call it here. In this case, I'm using sidechaining more as an effect of, you know, like swelling it so the kick appears to be the only thing hitting it at that moment in time, instead of a ducking everything out of the way, which that'll obviously help with it. So this way we're getting that very tight, deliberate. Like if I mute the kick going from the main. Alright, yeah, I'm liking how that's sounding. I'm gonna go ahead and finish arranging everything out. I'm gonna figure out how I can incorporate this somehow. I really like that, and I don't want to miss out on that. I'm honestly super impressed with how this turned out. I was expecting it to be not necessarily a struggle, but I expected it to be maybe a little bit more lame since I'm not able to use the piano roll. But I guess this just proves that I am a pretty good producer on some degree if I can still make this happen with audio only. So yeah, I'm gonna finish arranging this, and we'll listen to the full beat. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It'll let YouTube know other people like yourself need to check this out. I think this is a pretty dope video. Share this with all your producer friends. Be sure to check out all of my links in the description as well. And yeah, thank you all for watching. My name is CJ, aka Siege. Have a good whatever time of day you're watching this, and God bless.